Hey everybody, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Thursday, January 21st. Biggest news today is the two-day Bitcoin sell-off, wiping out $100 billion from the entire crypto market. The price of Bitcoin slipped 10% in 2 days to fall below the $32,000 level for the first time since January 11th. The total market value of all crypto shed more than $100 billion in the last 48 hours. And the plunge comes after U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned about the illicit use of cryptocurrencies. So let's take a look at the markets real quick. We have Bitcoin at 31,940. We have Ethereum at 1226. XRP down slightly 6%, sitting at 27 cents. So there's your chart. I love the timing of all this as always. The Janet Yellen comments came right at the top, of course, and I think we may see a retrace down to 29,000. So we will be keeping an eye on that. So next we have the Bitcoin sell-off on bearish sentiment, Yellen worries. The sell-off also led to major corrections for other cryptos, including Ether, Stellar, XRP, and Chainlink. The Bitcoin's price slumped by around 5.6% in the past 24 hours, thanks to some Asian traders taking a short-term bearish view and concerns the new Biden administration in the U.S. will seek to put a damper on cryptocurrency use. So are they, though? Are they going to put a damper on it? Because I went ahead and found here that the Biden pick for Treasury Department role worked as advisor to controversial crypto company Ripple. And not only that, but he's taking the spot of somebody who used to work at Coinbase, go figure. So it says President Joe Biden's pick to be the new comptroller of the currency at the U.S. Treasury Department, Michael S. Barr, used to be an advisor to the controversial cryptocurrency company Ripple, according to a new report from the Wall Street Journal. So the SEC filed a lawsuit against Ripple in federal court last month, which we all know, promoting and selling XRP as a currency rather than a security, a distinction that requires more disclosure, yada, yada, yada. So Barr became an advisor to Ripple in 2015, and according to a press release on Ripple's website, it's not clear when Barr left that role, nor is it publicly known what kind of work he performed. But he did used to work for Barack Obama's administration as the Assistant Treasury Secretary for Financial Institution and is credited with helping pass the Dodd-Frank Act in 2010. So this guy used to work for Ripple. Now he's coming in and he's going to be working for he's a pick to work for the Treasury Department role. So that gentleman that used to work at Coinbase that was formerly in his role was Brian Brooks. So he's the former Coinbase executive who served as the acting comptroller for about roughly a year or so. So next we have Ethereum may surge sevenfold to $10,500, Fundstrat Global says. And I actually do agree with that statement. Ethereum has been following Bitcoin's trajectory. It has tapped the price of gold just like Bitcoin did, several years ago when it went up and kissed gold and then it came back down. Ethereum is basically following the same path. Ethereum did test the price of gold during its last bull run. It's recently broke past that former price and has now retraced slightly, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit if Ethereum keeps following Bitcoin's trajectory and may even go higher than 10,500. I think 10,500 is definitely an accurate estimate, since a lot of the times we do roughly about 10x the previous all-time high. So that would put it right around five figures, low five figures. But it wouldn't surprise me one bit if Ethereum did go to 20,000 even on this next run. All of the other cryptocurrencies, about 80% of them are built on Ethereum. So Ethereum, if they succeed, all of the other projects should succeed and see a nice rise as well. So I do think Ethereum is very important to the cryptocurrency economy as a whole, obviously, since everything's built upon it. So I do think that a valuation that is much, much higher than what it's at now is definitely possible. So it says Ether, the second largest cryptocurrency, could climb more than sevenfold to 10.5 after reaching a record week. Strategist David Grider's prediction is based in part on the popularity of related Ethereum blockchain for so-called decentralized finance applications, so dApps. Ethereum has also made progress toward a network upgrade that would allow it to process a similar number of transactions as MasterCard Inc. and Visa. He goes on to say that Ether is the best risk to reward investment play in crypto. Grider wrote in a note Tuesday, adding that blockchain computing may be the future of the cloud. Risks include setbacks for the network upgrade or a crypto bear market, he said. And I think he's right. As far as risk to reward goes, there's a lot of people doubting Ripple and XRP because of the SEC lawsuit. I do think that is a great risk to reward, and I also think XLM is a great risk to reward. So I think if we can definitely throw Ethereum in that basket, but they do need to upgrade their system and get these transaction fees down. But I wouldn't argue against them that it definitely is one of the top best risk to reward investment plays in crypto. He goes on to say that decentralized finance, or DeFi, allows people to do things like lend or borrow funds without the need for traditional intermediaries such as banks, which is true. I mean, with Tezos, you can go ahead and stake, and you can basically turn your Tezos into an interest-bearing account, and you can do that right from your ledger. You can also do the same thing with Tron. You can stake Tron in your ledger and actually allow your money to make money on top of itself. So you're essentially creating your own interest-bearing accounts, and you're getting money for essentially staking your coins. And if you have 32 Ethereum, you can do the same thing. With that being said, I do think that Ethereum and DeFi are going to be huge for this space. As soon as they get over a couple of these roadblocks, I think we'll be in good shape. So on to the next article here. We have that Tether use on Tron passes Ethereum as low fees attract small transactions. And you guys know we've been keeping an eye on Tron. It's kind of been in this range for the last year or so, where it hasn't really moved too much higher than 3 cents. I think it briefly touched 5 cents and then came back down and retraced. But this could be some news that actually helps out Tron. So let's go on. We'll take a look at this article here. The number of Tether transactions on the Tron blockchain have passed Ethereum's count for 3 consecutive weeks as fees on the number 2 blockchain remain high. Total weekly Tether transactions on Ethereum have held steady at around 1.5 million for the past 4 weeks. But on Tron, transactions per week have grown from roughly 900,000 in mid-December to nearly 2 million the second week in January per Coinmetrics data. So this recent trend is primarily because of fees, which we discussed earlier, and the analyst from Coinmetrics, Nate Madry, in a message to CoinDesk, noted that the trend is primarily because of fees, said Coinmetrics analyst Nate Madry. So priced in dollars, the average fee for an Ethereum transaction set a record high above $19 a week ago, but now sits just below $8. So priced in Ethereum, the average fee is well below all-time highs, but it is still rather large, surpassing 0.015 ETH multiple times this month per data from Blockchair. So Madry says as fees go up, Tether transactions tend to shift from Ethereum to Tron. So notably, the value of Tether transacted on Ethereum is still larger than Tron, signaling that primarily smaller transactions are migrating. Meanwhile, parties executing larger transactions who can presumably afford higher fees seem comfortable continuing to use Ethereum. So yeah, if you guys are doing large transactions, it's nothing for somebody to eat a $19, $20 fee when they're moving, $10,000 or $20,000. But if you're paying that much, if you're paying $5 to move $5, then that's going to be an issue. So it says lately, given the increased cost of Ethereum transactions, it would be logical to use Tron, said Tether CTO Paolo Aldrino, noting the newer blockchain has also good adoption across crypto exchanges and is extremely cheap compared to Ethereum. And Tron isn't the only alternative for Tether users. In the past 2 years, Tether has also launched on Algorand, Solana, and Liquid Network, with plans for even more integrations. But which network claims the largest share of Tether transactions is still somewhat of an open question. So Tether transactions skewing heavily toward just 1 or 2 blockchains wouldn't be surprising, Madry told CoinDesk, but the distribution of use depends on a combination of low fees, network effects, and usability. He also expects other blockchains to get a fair share of the total throughput, however. So yeah, so Tron could be a good option if you guys are trying to save on fees, especially for low transactions, or if you're transacting on Pornhub over here. Segue into our next article, we have Pornhub now accepts cryptocurrencies XRP, Doggy, I'm going to call it Doggy, BNB, and USDC. So Pornhub doesn't really care about the XRP lawsuit, it looks like, because they are offering it. It says the adult entertainment website now accepts payments in 16 cryptocurrencies. Adult entertainment website Pornhub, which last month was booted off mainstream payment networks, is now accepting payment in cryptocurrency others are shunning. XRP. Along with XRP, the massive video site began taking payments in USDC stablecoins sometime in the last month, according to the block. Also being accepted, Dogecoin, Binance Coin, and a host of others. It says litigation against XRP issuer Ripple Labs, alleging the token is an unregistered security, has prompted over a dozen exchanges to delist the token, making the Pornhub move a rare recent win for the cryptocurrency, which is awesome. I like that these companies are taking a stance and are not just delisting or discontinuing using XRP just because there is a lawsuit against Ripple Labs. I have a feeling that with about a 99% chance, XRP Ripple will come out of this scot-free. Maybe they may pay a slap on the wrist, maybe a small fine, but that may be it. In other XRP Ripple news, we have after 25-day pause, Jed McCaleb sells 28.6 million XRP. Ripple co-founder Jed McCaleb has resumed selling XRP with a latest sale of 28.6 million tokens from his Taco Stand wallet, which I thought was funny. He has labeled his wallet Taco Stand. So in brief, the CTO has resumed selling his XRP. On January 18th, he sold 28.6 million, worth roughly about 8.78 million. And last time he cashed out was about 25 days ago. So, he basically stopped selling during this whole lawsuit issue. And I was trying to find out exactly how much McCaleb had in his wallet. And I did find it over here. So he had received 9.5 billion XRP when he left Ripple Labs in 2014. And during the same year, he signed an agreement with Ripple Labs that limited the amount that he could sell per week. So his small 28.6 million out of the grand total that he had 9.5 billion. It's a drop in the bucket for him. This guy is extremely wealthy. And who knows what he's doing with that XRP? I mean, he could, for all we know, since he's running Stellar Lumens, he could just be selling that XRP, cashing out a little bit, and then buying some more into his own company. Who knows? But I think it's interesting to note that Jed McCaleb had started Mt. Gox, got out just in time, started Ripple, got out, started XLM, and he's still there. But I think Digital Asset Investor mentioned this. He kind of just escapes just in time from each of these companies that end up having any heat brought upon them. So who knows? Will Stellar Lumens be the next company that gets some heat brought upon it? We'll find out. But I do think that these articles that come out about him selling, I mean, of course he's going to sell. He's going to sell some, take some profit. Why not? I don't think it's a huge deal, especially for it being such a small amount in relation to how much he actually has. So with that being said, I think that will do it for the Encrypted Capital recap for Thursday, January 21st. If you guys like what you heard, drop us a like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill, and we will catch you all in the next video.